Hello, and in this video, I'd like to talk about self-service checkouts in supermarkets and department stores. Do you love them or do you hate them? Now, there are good reasons for having both attitudes. I guess you might love them if you like your technology, you think that they're a quicker way to get through, you like to be in control of what you're doing, and then move on. You might hate them because you have a philosophical objection to machines doing jobs that humans once did, although the supermarkets who use them do claim that these staff get redeployed, but I guess there is attrition. Or you may just think that you'd rather deal one-to-one with a human being, and that's their job, not your job, to check out the groceries. Okay, what if I were to tell you that there are a company in the UK, a supermarket chain called Brooks, which, although I've lived in the UK, I've not heard of, and my excuse is they are in northern England. I've lived in southern middle England and in Scotland, but not in the north. And also they're a bit upscale, apparently, which probably means that I might not have been able to afford to shop there anyway. Anyway, Brooks are withdrawing self-service checkouts from most of their shops. And the PR spin that they're putting on it, which, as they would, was say, you know, people don't want to deal with robots, they want to deal with another person. And, you know, there's nothing like the personal touch. And that's exactly the kind of spin I guess I'd be using if I were doing that. But there may be another reason behind it, because certain supermarkets and department stores in the US are also getting rid of their checkouts. And there's a couple of reasons. One is they're incredibly expensive, these machines. Two is that they break down a lot. And the third one is interesting. Apparently a survey conducted across Europe and the US found that companies who have these self-checkout machines had a loss rate, that is shrink or shrinkage, of 4%. That's 4% less than what the items that move through these checkouts were actually worth was coming in. And that's more than double the industry average. So the machines are not quite as good as human beings as getting money out of other human beings. And it's not just errors that are doing this, it's actually attitudes. A survey by the Monash University in Melbourne, in Australia, where I am, showed that consumers take, let's say, a looser ethical approach to using self-service checkouts than they do to dealing with a checkout operator. So in this survey, around about a third of the surveys saw no problem with trying to trick the machines. 37%, more than a third, believed scanning a purchase as a cheaper item was justifiable. So this is, say, like you bought avocados, but you tell the machine they're onions because onions are cheaper by weight. 28% of the respondents thought it was okay to take an item without paying for it. In a similar question, 32% said not scanning some items at the self-serve checkout. They just put them straight into the bag, was fine. And 30% agreed that it was fine to change the price tags on products before putting them through the self-service machine. So attitudes did change depending on how old the respondents were. The customers who were 55 plus tended to be a bit more honest. But the problem is that, well, they're losing money. So if you see these machines being wound back or taken out, it's probably not because they're doing you a favor. It's quite possibly because the supermarkets have discovered that it's actually cheaper to use human beings than it is to use the machines. Right, that's it from me. Thank you for checking out this video. Have a look at some of the other ones I've got out there. They're all quite different to each other. I like to mix things up. And I'd also like to ask you the question before I go, is, have you ever cheated a checkout machine? Have you behaved dishonestly? And is it okay to do so because, you know, you're only stealing from a machine, which, let's face it, isn't quite true. So, have you done it? Would you do it? And if you like this, like it. If you don't like it, don't bother doing anything. And if you've got a comment or you want to answer that question, please do so. Overall, if you want to support what I'm doing, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. It helps me a lot. So that's it. I won't be seeing you because the technology is not two-way, but you might be, hopefully, seeing me again soon in another video. Bye for now.